Hello everyone, Bosses here, and today I'll be covering with you the top comps for TFT set for patch 10.20. There was just some minor changes here and there in 10.20 random for the patch notes. So there is some comps that just gets weaker and the weakest one gets a little stronger. So I will go over with you what you should be going for in 10.20. Of course, I'm releasing this video one day before the patch, so it is subject to change, but I will add some additional thoughts based on the change on what you can do with these comps. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video or if it did help you. You can ask me any questions down in the comments or on my Discord, but here it goes. So the first one is going to be Brawler Ash, really good comp in 10.18, and it's still going to be a really good comp in 10.20. The unit that got nerfed is set, so it's still going to be really strong. It's just his mana is getting increased by a lot, meaning he will probably ult only once in a fight. He will do his setup and maybe ult once more, but that's it, right? But honestly, it's still a great brawler. It's still going to be part of the comp. Ash is not touched, Giant Slayer, Rage Blade is not touched, so the comp is still going to be really good, okay? In the really late game, you can go back to 6 brawlers, taking out the Tahm Kench and the Silas, and put legendary units that are just strong alone. I really recommend Kayn and Lee Sin. Lee Sin got buffed and like his mana got buffed, so he will kick people really quickly, and actually if you do get blue buff on him, it's almost an insta kick. Okay, so really good item on him for this patch will be a blue buff, because he will just insta kick a frontline unit, which is huge. Okay, so take out Tahm Kench Silas to get your 6 brawlers, and then add Kayn and Lee Sin. This will be stronger at level 9. Next one is 6 Dusk. So Dusk was not touched by itself, the trait. The only thing that was touched is Riven 3. Okay, so I mean at that point, if you had Riven 3, you would almost always win, right? The Riven 3 was almost an instant win. But I mean, you can win with Riven 2, like it's still really good. They didn't change anything for Riven 2. So after experimenting a little bit, I do believe that those are the best items for her. If you can get Sunfire Cap early in a game, that's great. You should be win streaking, especially if you're Cultist and Keeper. Ionic Spark is just gonna help, and QSS to be not CC'd. There is so many other, of course, good items on her, such as Hand of Justice, Guardian Angel. I mean, there is so many, any tanky items basically. But those 3 goes really well together. The comp did not change much. You can have your Jhin safe here from all the assassins. Have Giant Slayer, Guardian Angel, Last Whisper, IE, BT, you know, it doesn't matter. You're still going to see a lot of Ashe players, so I really like the Giant Slayer and with the Sharpshooter because they will go over multiple brawlers. But yeah, it's still going to be an awesome comp. Radiant Touch, the 6 Dusk, Riven 3, you're not gonna find it as often as you should anyway, because of the percentage changes, but Riven 2 is still a great carry. Now let's go to Venga Mystic. again, really good comp. It was S tier in 10.19. It's going to be S tier in 10.20, but now so there was a bug with the double True Gauntlet, which was basically almost always cleaning, right? Which is why you had this like whole board disappearing just because of that crit. Now this bug is fixed, okay? So the best damage that you can have is Rabadon True Gauntlet or True Gauntlet IE. Okay, one of those two will be the best. Between Blue Buff and Guardian Angel, any is fine. Just one of these two is necessary. Okay. If it's in a backline and we're protected, you can go for Blue Buff. If you don't feel safe, Guardian Angel and have the Rabadon, and she'll be doing a ton of damage. Something to really consider is actually the Sejuani Immortal is actually, I think, underrated because her ult is almost the entire team. She will be doing a lot of damage, and by the time the Morello burns, the arrow will either finish everybody off or almost finishes off, and the Morello will kill the units. So yeah, really good comp. It's quite expensive with all those 4 costs for sure, which means you have to roll at 8 for all those units and upgrade them. But really good nonetheless. Has a Dusk, has Spirit for more attack speed for your Venga to do some more damage. Yeah, really strong. And now we have Spirit Shade. So this was discovered, I believe, a few days ago, last week, in the middle, early week. And I mean, the Z3 with this is just insane, okay? Insane. Those are the items. I really like RC QSS as priority. BT is good, of course, or S tier, but I mean, you can put IE, you can put Deathblade, it's fine, okay? BT is better for the lifesteal, but it's really good. IE or any other units. So the goal here is all your spirits, all for shade, meaning you need to find Kayn at 8. Really important. Z3, sometimes Evelyn 3 as well, if you can roll for it, it's great. You're going to notice that there is no frontline because you have no tanky units, but all of these 3 units are gonna go straight to backline. Okay, so they'll be doing damage first, and then all the front line of the enemies are gonna work up, meaning the carries, like in Brawler Ash or the Airy carry in Venga Mystic, are going to be left alone against your Zed, Kayn, and Evelyn, which should give you an edge in the fight, okay? Yeah, if you can get Shade chosen, go for this, especially if you have the items for Zed. Zed is your carry, okay? If you can get some AP items on Evelyn, I recommend those, but, you know, anything else, those items are Zed, some AP here, and you dump anything else on Kayn. Really good comp. Sharpshooter Spirit. So this is a little bit of a question mark because the Jinx version got nerfed because they changed the spell of Jinx to not be an auto attack anymore but act as an actual spell, meaning for 1 second you cannot gain any mana. Okay, meaning for 1 second you cannot stun anybody. And this was on the reason why this Jinx carry was so good, is because you could permastun with the Rage Blade stacks and the Spirits buff, okay? Now you can't do that anymore. Doesn't matter if you have 500 attack speed. For 1 second after casting, she cannot gain any mana. However, this build is still really good against Brother Ash, against Cultist, and against Dusk. So it's still going to be some kind of anti-meta kind of thing. Right now, it needs some testing to be with Jhin carry instead, just because you cannot rely on the stun of Jinx anymore. So this is a little questionable, but just because it's good against two of the top S tier comp in the game, I decided to put it here. But this needs to be definitely tested in new patch before assuming anything. Maybe Jinx is still good either with the 1 second, or Jhin, if you can just crit everybody and dealing a ton of damage that way, is the new way to go. Moonlight Spirit. There is not much to say. Chosen Moonlight. The best in this comp to roll for is either Aphelios or Sylas. Lissandra Dina is okay, but I prefer Sylas just because it can give you an additional broad with the Warwick, okay? But you definitely 3-star both. You add all 4 spirits, you add the Mystic and the Warwick, and you're good to go. It's really, really strong. Another item that's great on Aphelios without the QSS is Shojin to have more turrets. But with the attack speed and the Hunter, this Aphelios is going to be dealing tons of damage. Okay, like tons. It's actually insane. Once this build gets online, it's really, really strong. Ari, again, blue buff or Guardian Angel to make sure she's ulting once is fine. This is your front line. You just need to make sure that your Aphelios has enough time to stack the Rage Blade and have a lot of Hunter procs to kill everything. That's the game plan. Definitely Guardian Angel and Rage Blade are a must on him. Guardian Angel, why? Because during his resurrect, the turrets are still attacking. Okay, so it's important that you can still do damage while he's resurrecting. Really important. You can actually win fights while he's resurrecting. That happened to me many times. Okay, really, really important. QSS, just because there is so much CC in this set, is great. Otherwise, Shojin, Static Shift, any other items is fine. Now, I would like to mention 2 comms that we need to watch for next patch because they both got buffed and they were already strong, not the strongest, but already strong, so they have definitely the potential to be S tier, okay? And I will go over it right now. The first one being 6 mages. So there's a lot of things that changed. First of all, Vega now is gonna target the lowest health, meaning it will never target basically the front line, just because the front line usually has more HP. So if you have a broader Ashe, its first target is going to be the Ashe. If you have, I don't know, a Spirit Sharpshooter, right, the first targets are going to be the Sharpshooters. So that change alone can make you go Vega 3 and make him the carry. I really like blue buff, Gunblade, and then True Gauntlet, Rabbanon, whatever you can get, okay? Also something to know, this is a reroll comp, meaning I really like 3-starring Nami. It's a 4-second stun now. That's insane if you can get it. I really recommend 3-starring her. 3-starring Nami, 3-starring Lulu, 3-starring Janna, and Annie. Okay, those are the 4 units to 3-star. TF is also great, but if you can get an Ari too, she'll be doing, I believe, more damage than TF. And in that case, you would just sell the TF and put your Ari here. Okay. Another mage that you can go for is Lilia, depending if you need any anything else. If the Nami is just too strong, then you keep her, but I would put the Nami out for the Lilia, because the bubble is just 2 persons. Lilia will put a lot more persons to sleep, so that's why I will put Nami out in a very, very late game. Definitely a comp to watch for. You just dump all your dank items on Annie. Then if you can even have Janna mage, it's actually insane. So something to look for. All the tank items on Annie, TF in the early game as your carry, Ari later. Potentially Vega, this needs to be tested. The Vega carry targeting the lowest health can be really, really good. It can also be great in the Erdewood comp. Brawler, Erdewood, Vega carry. So this needs to be tested again. But it was already a really strong comp, like tier A. And I do believe with all the buffs going for mages this patch, this should or has the potential to be S tier. So really something to look for there. And then the final one is Duelist Yasuo carry. So there is 2 important buffs in this comp, okay? So first one is Jax. Jax got buff, more attack speed, more tankiness. So he's a better frontline now, meaning putting tanky items on him is actually a great idea now, because he will survive longer. And another big buff is Lee Sin. Lee Sin, like I said before, is almost an insta-cast if you can get blue buff on him. And I mean, if you can put already in Aatrox in the backline, or Sejuani in the backline, or in Spring Sharpshooter the Ari in the backline, you get access basically faster to the carry with your Yasuo and Yoni, and that's the time that you need to just kill their carry and then kill the rest of the team. Okay, so it was already really strong. You put Lisa instead of Kalista, by the way. So something like this. Really, really strong. It has a lot of great synergies. Yeah, definitely if you get Yasuo Duelist in the early game, please go for this comp. It's already strong and it's only gonna get stronger. So, yeah. That's it for this video, guys. Those are the best comps on my experience base for patch 10.20. I might do an update of this list soon after some testing. But good luck on your climb, and I will see you guys next time.